So here's the thing. Have you ever wanted to see what it was like to be extremely high or extremely messed up on drugs, but never really wanted to try drugs? Watch Killer Klowns from Outer Space. This movie is quite possibly the most batshit thing that I have ever seen. And it does it on purpose. It's none of this accidental so good it's bad. This is a movie that is trying to be bad, knows that it's bad, and just basically says, screw you, this is a fun movie. Watch it. And it is. It is so entertaining to see some of the just crazy batshit ways that this movie does. But I'll get into that a bit later. First of all, the plot. The plot of the movie basically is, you've got this sleepy little college town. Could be anywhere, but it's not, because no college town is ever like this, even in the 80s. But I digress. So anyway, you've got some kids up on Lookout Point, or Makeout Peak, or Top of the World, whatever they want to call it. And they see a shooting star. Now, this shooting star, of course, is our antagonist's spaceship. It lands, and an old man sees it too, and he wants to go investigate. So he gets a mop and a bucket and goes and finds a circus tent in the middle of nowhere. Now, of course, thinking that there's nothing wrong with this and wondering exactly why the circus is in town, he proceeds to go into the circus tent and gets killed. Well, two of our little friends from Makeout Point or whatever decide they're going to go looking for the magical shooting star as well and come across the same thing. Well, they get there and they get in there, and then halfway through, after going through these bizarre entrances and just weird things, they decide something's wrong. Yeah, the giant circus tent in the middle of the woods was not a tip-off. These are college kids. Must be community college. But anyway, so they go back. And finally they find this room, and it's got cotton candy hanging everywhere. Remember that. So they get in there, and then they realize, oh my god, this is an alien spaceship! After being in the alien spaceship for a fairly long amount of time here. And they see the alien, which looks exactly like a clown. The costumes and makeup for these clowns still hold up to this day. That is the best part of it. Practical effects, everyone, not CGI. They look just insanely disturbing. So they run out, being followed by this thing that shoots them with, I kid you not, a heat-seeking popcorn gun. Yes, a popcorn gun. So they run out, and they're trying to get over there, so the clowns decide to follow them. And what is the best way you can think of to follow pesky humans in the forest? Why, yes, a bloodhound. But what if we do not have a bloodhound? Well, these are not just any kind of clowns. These are the killer clowns from outer space. They make a balloon bloodhound, and it follows them. Yeah. Piqued your interest yet? It gets better. So anyway, they eventually go into the town and just start killing people with cotton candy guns. Killer midget punches, which is probably one of my favorite scenes of the whole movie, where one of the little midget clowns gets really mad at this big burly biker guy, and the biker guy bends over and says, "What are you gonna do? Punch my block off?" Because the little midget guy's got little boxing gloves and is all cute and in a weird, sadistic, mutated kind of way, and he's doing all like this with these beautiful boxing gloves. Knocks the guy's head off. Freaking love it. Genius. Then there's also, let's see, Killer Shadow Puppets. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you for that one, but it's just freaking amazing. Again, practical effects, no CGI. This is before CGI. Any of you that know me know that when CGI is done well, I love it. When it's done horrible, it's awful. It's easier to do it with a puppet and stop motion. Come on, really, think about it. But anyway, so the girl that gets away, she goes back home, and this is another part of this crazy movie that makes you kind of think a little bit. But the one that was shot with the heat-seeking popcorn gun, she goes back and is taking a shower or a bath or whatever, and the popcorn that was on her clothes hatches into these little mini clown larva things. Just like I said, this is batshit crazy. So it makes you think, the clown that shot them with the popcorn gun to begin with, was he just trying to impregnate her? Or is this some sort of popcorn tracer thing that turns into stuff that kills them later? And if that's the case, why would he just shoot him with that and then let them run? You know, it's too much to comprehend, but it's freaking genius, and I love it. Alrighty. And then another one of my favorite deaths, I'm not going to get into the plot too much to spoil it for y'all, because you're going to want to see this after this. Killer Pies. A killer pie fight. Killer pie fight. Go watch this movie. Go watch it. Killer pie fight. Anyway, okay, guess about this. They start calling the cops. No one believes them, and everybody's like, blah, blah, blah. And the head cop in here is just great. He plays it so straight the whole time that, you know, everything's serious. And he tries to arrest one of the clowns. The clown just goes in there like, okay, whatever. And, well, the clown kills him, and then the other cops come back. And the clown has the cop as a ventriloquist dummy. Piquing your interest yet? Telling you, you're gonna want to see this. Okay, they go back and they try to break into the clown's UFO to try to save the girl who got kidnapped. Which again, it's, you know, whatever, but it's just too much. You've got to see this. So they go in to break them out. There's these other two guys in an ice cream truck who crash in there, and they get seduced by two clown chicks. Creepy. And then at the very end, Clownzilla. Yes. Clownzilla. Love it. Just love it. So anyway, if you've got about an hour and a half to kill, I definitely recommend this movie. Just for the fact that they were trying to make basically a giant screw you to the film snobs of the time, and it works very well. It's very entertaining. And the greatest thing about this, and what I'm gonna leave y'all on, is that they're making a sequel. You heard me. Killer Klowns from Outer Space 2. Well, that does it for this episode of Dustin Watches. So if you've got an idea for something that you'd like me to watch, just comment, post, let me know. And with that, I will leave y'all alone and let y'all get some sleep. But remember, there could be a killer clown in your closet.